welcome back to another U.S. immigration law video. This video today is in reply to an update that the Canadian government issued recently about travel to the United States for Canadian citizens, and we've been receiving a lot of emails and phone calls from concerned Canadians about traveling to the United States, according to this updated travel advice from the Canadian government. And if you pull up this travel advice from the Canadian government for Canadians traveling to the United States, the travel advice is indicated as green. It's indicated as take normal security precautions. In other words, travel as normal to the United States, just like you would have before any of this business that's going on right now. The only update that you need to be aware of that would potentially apply to you if you're coming to the United States are the entry and exit requirements that we've discussed multiple times over the last several weeks. And that is the added requirement that goes into effect on April 11th, that if you will be in the United States more than 30 days, you were not issued a 994, you are not a U.S. permanent resident, you do not have a visa in the United States, you are simply admitted on your passport with no record of admission to the United States, then you need to complete the alien registration requirement through USCIS Form G325R, or as we have previously discussed in this travel advisory, gives you all of these details. If you scroll down in the advisory, it talks about the entry and exit requirements. It also talks about what this new registration requirement looks like, and it also gives links directly to the CBP website where you can pull your I-94 information, where you can also obtain an I-94 up to 7 days in advance of your travel so that you can have your bases covered if you're going to stay over 30 days. It also has a link to the alien registration requirement on the USCIS website so that you can make sure that when you are admitted, pull your passport record, pull your I-94, see how you were admitted. If you did not get issued an I-94 and you will be staying over 30 days, well, simply comply with the registration requirement. Now, it's also important to understand you cannot complete a G325R in advance of your travel to the United States. That is only for people that are already here in the United States and their stay will be over 30 days, that were not issued an I-94, do not have a green card, do not have a visa, and were not otherwise registered. If you want to obtain one in advance, that is done by going through CBP's website, in that same link, the I-94 website, and then obtaining that I-94 in advance within 7 days of your travel, or also by using the CBP Home app, where you can use that app to also obtain an I-94 prior to travel. So outside of this update, where you have this new registration requirement, if you are not issued a 994 and you will be in the United States over 30 days, travel to the United States for a Canadian citizen looks just like it has for decades. You come to the United States, you present yourself at the border, you give a valid reason for entry, and you're admitted to the United States. There should be little to no cause for concern if you are legally, lawfully traveling to the United States, you have no criminal background, you have no immigration issues. Just make sure that you are aware of that 30-day registration requirement, and if you were not issued that I-94, make sure you comply.